Psalm 23 verse 5. Ta'aroch lefanai shulchan, neged tzorerai, dishanta b'shemen rosh'i, kos'i revaya. You will set before me a table in view of my enemies. You have rubbed with oil my head. My cup is abundance. Here David changes metaphors. Up to this point, the Lord has been his shepherd. Now he's speaking about the Lord as his host. And he continues on with this idea of the Lord providing good things for him in the near future. He says, you will set before me a table. The idea is a banquet that the Lord is preparing for David. So the immediate question we have is, when will this banquet take place? Is David maybe talking about the end of days when we will meet the Lord in his coming and there'll be a great banquet feast? I don't think so, because he says the next words, in view of my enemies. So David's speaking about his actual everyday life. The enemies are there. There's a threat. The threat never goes away, but the Lord is richly providing for David in his understanding of his own near future. Let's keep going. David says, you have rubbed my head with oil. Often this is translated as, you have anointed my head with oil. The problem with that is that we immediately think of David being anointed to become king, and it's not that Hebrew word. It's a different word, a word for rubbing or literally for fattening. Here David's actually describing the Lord preparing him for the banquet by rubbing his face with oil, a kind of ancient makeup that they wore in the Middle East. And then he says, my cup is abundance. In other words, my cup is full. The picture that David has of his life is of him already at a banquet. The Lord has already rubbed his head with oil and prepared him with a festive attitude. His cup is already in his hand and it's full. And he's sitting at the banquet or reclining and waiting as the Lord prepares the table for him. What I find amazing is that this is David's attitude to life. He is saying, in general, my view of life is, God has prepared good things for me. He's prepared me for the good things as well. And I have anticipation of the good things that the Lord is doing in my life, just like someone who has already arrived at a banquet, looking good, cup in hand, and waiting for the table to be set.